Hi, I'm Carrie.
I'm Nina.
And we're Forget 'em Not. And our mission is to find creative ways to remember the Lord. And so that might be in items around your home, in your wedding, or our Bible studies that we create.
Because we're real big about putting God's Word everywhere. So as a reminder, so that we don't forget, because people forget.
Oh, yeah. We're a forgetful human race. We really are. We need reminding all the time.
Yes.
So we decided, we had created a few years ago our own decorative cutting boards that we drew flowers on with just some stain pens.
Yeah.
And we thought, well, you can only use that for decorative purposes. So why we need to think of a way that we can use to be dual purpose. We can use it and still use it as a decor too. So we just went on Amazon and found the set,
the 3-pack
of these bamboo cutting boards. And so she brings these in and we're like, okay, staring at them. Okay, this is gonna work. This will be great. Wait a minute.
Things we can do with them.
What if?
But these are useful. These are not decorative. These are actually useful.
Yeah, these are,
cutting boards.
You can use these bamboo cutting boards. So if you go to Hobby Lobby, you're only going to get a decorative purposes only cutting board.
Yeah,
so
not one that you can actually chop up fruit or anything on.
And once you draw on it, do not use this for food anymore. Unless you flip it
over. Because there's two sides.
So what if we draw with the gel pens, with the stain pens, seal it, and that's the bottom side that you can use to decorate with in your kitchen, or on a shelf. But the top side can still be used to cut on.
Yes. And then I was thinking about this, is there's the 3-pack. You can make 3 different gifts if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could use this as a gift. This would make a great birthday, Christmas, or just, hey, I love you gift.
Yes.
But we don't actually need all 3 of these to be
the same thing.
And we're always looking for ways to upscale something or change it or tweak it or make it dual purpose. So what we've decided is if we take some wooden beads, which we always have wooden beads laying around.
We always have something fun.
Yeah. And then let's...
A craftsman bouquet of beads.
So if we take one of these, let's like this little bitty one. I mean, if that's for cheese, it's not big enough because I like a lot more cheese than that.
Yeah.
And if we take this and make it a trivet, all we need to do is just put some feet on it.
Yeah, so if we actually put feet.
Okay, you're just going to glue feet to the bottom.
Yes.
Or some beads to the bottom.
Like that.
And then you can use this.
Then you have a trivet.
Yeah, use it. I like these two. They're just round.
Yeah. Oh. And there's all kinds of beads. If you want to put a pop of color in,
I am not putting that in my kitchen.
Some people may love turquoise.
I like turquoise. I still like plastic turquoise. So these are wooden beads. You can get these in all different colors. Dollar Tree has wooden beads. You can also spray paint the wooden beads.
Yeah, but you make whatever color you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really bold colors at the Dollar Tree. We like these that you can see the link below from Amazon, or we just have these strange we collect strange things.
Yes.
So we're constantly with something.
Or if you're wanting it to be Christmassy, and you can go back to your red and green colors.
Oh, I would use
or take the gold, the golds or something like that.
Yeah, or some of the really pretty knobs, like cabinet jars. That would be pretty. But you're going to need to glue it rather than put a screw through it because it's going to be too thin.
So you'll probably need some of this wonderful E6000 that will hold it on there.
That'll hold anything. Just a little glue, put that in the corners, and now you have a trivet for your soap dispenser or your hand washing soap at your sink. So I think what we're going to do is let's make these with some flowers and scripture on it.
Yes.
And then we'll make this one into a trivet and see what happens.
Be beautiful.
It's going to be pretty. To decorate a wood cutting board with flowers, we're going to need a cutting board and some of these Minwax stain markers. They come in different stain colors, so they're actually used to touch up like scuffs and scratches and things, but they're great to draw with too. So I have these two. One is dark walnut and the other is golden oak. And that's what I used to create the flowers on this cutting board. But the tips, the nibs on these are a lot wider than some of these fine lines. So for these, I used a black Sharpie fine line marker, like these. This is a Bic, this is a Sharpie, whatever fine line, permanent marker, alcohol-based marker that you like will stay in the wood. Now, it is to be noted, this cutting board came from Hobby Lobby, and it was last year's, or maybe a couple years. But I think they still carry this one. If not, they're going to carry some very similar. This one was $24.99. I never pay full price at Hobby Lobby, so it was either going to be half price or I used a coupon. Now, notice it says decorative use only, not intended for use with food or candles. I'm not sure about the candle part. But for food, you're not going to use this as a charcuterie board or to cut on or to use with food. But you can set it on your counter, like at your backsplash, or just set something on it. I mean, if you're going to put a candle on it in a glass container. But just be warned, you read the warning on the back. This is a very similar cutting board that I got at the thrift store. Now, again, this is going to be, if you're using a stain marker on it, it is for decorative purposes only. I don't know what's been cut on this cutting board. That's $2.99. I don't know if it was raw chicken, but we're going to clean it, sanitize it really well, or disinfect it, and then we'll draw on it with our markers, whatever we want to draw. But it's only for decorative purposes. You're never going to use this board again for food. This set of cutting boards, these are bamboo cutting boards, set of 3. It is, you can use these for food. And we can draw on these with the stain markers. But if you draw on these with stain markers, you are no longer able to use them for food. Unless you flip them over. You're going to draw on the back side. Seal this with a good clear acrylic or polyurethane. Only this side. Just this section here. The rest of it, you can still use for food because we're decorating the back of it. So you can display the back on your counter and then turn it over and use the front. But we also can glue those wooden beads that we mentioned and make this into a trivet. I think this one's going to be a trivet for hand soap. And I think we will add something to these. All right, let's get started. Let's see. I think we'll draw on this side.